Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I am so excited for this video. There's a YouTuber who I've been following for a while now here on YouTube, obviously, because she's a YouTuber. I just said that. Let's continue. Her name is Sincerely Sarah C. She is amazing. She is so beautiful. Her videos are so nice and calming and relaxing, and she just has a beautiful aesthetic to her. And she recently did a video called 5 Product Summer Face, and it was one of the most beautiful looks I've ever seen. She has beautiful, flawless skin, and the look was just so gorgeous. And so I thought, I want to recreate that. So that is what we're doing today. I'm going to pop a picture of the look right here. And if I cannot find a picture of it anywhere, I'm just going to take a screenshot of the thumbnail to her video and put it here. But I will also have Sarah's Instagram, YouTube, and that specific video. Sorry, I just spotted a spider over there, linked down below in the description box. So I'm just going to hop right in because I'm genuinely so excited for this video. Before I start in the makeup though, I am going to apply my SPF. This is not counting towards the 5 products. The 5 products are like the main makeup products for this look. In her video, she did also have some like exceptions, and I'm going to continue with those exceptions. Not included in the 5 products is also a mascara and an eyebrow product. I will be using my mascara and an eyebrow product in today's video, but that is not included in the 5 products. I also am adding a setting spray because I love to douse my face in setting spray. There will be a setting spray not included in the 5 products as well. So if you really want to get technical, I guess it's an 8 product summer face, but we're still gonna do what Sarah did and go with the 5 product summer face. So let's jump right into the makeup. For my SPF, I am going to apply it on camera. This is the Supergoop Play SPF 50 Everyday Lotion with Sunflower Extract. I've been enjoying this for my everyday sunscreen recently, so that is what we're gonna go with today. All right, so my SPF is on and we're going to jump right into the makeup. So in her video, she used the Undone Beauty Conceal to Reveal little foundation palette. I do not own that, so I chose something that kind of seemed to fit the descriptions that I have in my own collection, and that is something that's just very glowy, very emollient, and I chose my RMS Beauty Uncover Up Concealer. I have the shade 11, and from the looks of her video, this looks similar to the Undone Beauty product that she was using. And I actually am very interested in that Undone Beauty little foundation concealer palette thing that she was using because it looked really beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is, obviously I'm going to conceal under my eyes, but then I'm also going to use this to spot conceal. Like I said, Sarah has this absolutely beautiful, flawless skin, and I do not. I have lots of acne scarring, and while this concealer isn't the most full coverage concealer, it still is going to help kind of even out the scarring that I have. After she applied her base, she actually went in and used her lipstick as her blush, so that is what I am going to do today. She used the Revlon matte lipstick in the shade On Fire. I do not have that, so I chose something that looked to be very similar, and I have the L'Oreal Infallible Paints in the shade Cool Coral. Now, I think her lipstick that she used was a little bit more red. This is still a reddy orange, it just leans a little bit more towards the orange side, and hers was a little more red. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to apply some on the back of my hand like this, and then I'm going to pick some up on my finger and then apply that to my cheeks. This lipstick is very, when you apply it on your lips, it is very sticky and moves around. It doesn't dry down to matte. It's almost like a lipstick lip gloss hybrid type thing. Think like a liquefied lipstick, but a little bit more sticky. That's kind of what this is, so I think it's going to give a beautiful glow, and it also is really beautiful as a blush. Like, this is beautiful. I can't believe I haven't done this sooner. This is really, really nice. So in her video, she next went in with bronzer, so that is what I'm going to do. And we actually have the same bronzer, just different shades. That is the Fenty Beauty Instant Warmth Bronzer. She had the shade Into Sun, I have the shade Private Island, so this is the bronzer I'm going to be using today. One thing she said in her video that I definitely agree with is that you cannot have a summer look without beautiful bronzy skin. I feel like it's just a given that, you know, like on Wednesdays we wear pink, in summer we bronze, you know? And I think she said actually in her video that this is the only bronzer that she has, which, I mean, honestly, it's a really good bronzer to have. If this is the only bronzer that you have, I don't even blame you, because it's a fantastic bronzer. I'm going to leave the bronzer there. I might add some more later on if I feel like I need it. She went in with the Burt's Bees All Aglow Stick Highlight, and I've actually been looking for it recently at my local store where I usually buy drugstore makeup. I went to buy it the other day and they just didn't have the shade that I wanted, which is actually the shade that she has, but I can't remember what it's called. So I chose a highlight that is also a cream highlight, and that looked pretty similar to the one that she used. And this is me color. This is me highlights in this shade. This is the, oh my god, this is the ColourPop Super Shock Pearlized Cheek in the shade On the Cusp. And I'm just going to take that on my little finger and pat that in. This highlight does look a little bit more intense than the one that she had. I kind of wish I had one that was a little bit more toned down, just so it kind of matched the vibe of her highlight a little bit better, but this was the absolute closest thing that I had, so this is what we're going to go with. I look so aggressively dewy and glowy, and if I'm being real, I kind of love it. Now I'm going to do my brow product. I'm just going to be using the e.l.f. Wild Brow in the shade Neutral Brown today. Just gonna get my brows as fluffy as I can possibly get them. I'm already obsessed with this look, and it's only about halfway done. I'm so in love with this look. I think it looks beautiful. So next, she used the e.l.f. Bite Size palette in the shade, I was gonna say shade style, I don't know, I'm gonna say shade Cream and Sugar, and she used a lighter bronzy shimmery shadow. I do not have that palette, and I didn't want to pull out a whole palette just for like one shade. The e.l.f. Bite Size palettes are bite size. I do have one. It is not what I'm going to use. I'm just going to show you so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. They are super small, like very, very tiny, and I didn't want to pull out a huge palette because she didn't use a huge palette. She used something very small. So I wanted to just use a single eye product, and the closest thing that I have is the Sephora Tinted and Cooling Eye Primer. This is the shade Shimmer Taupe. Now I find that this isn't going to have as much of a base color as the shadow that she did, but it does give a very similar, like, kind of bronzy shimmery vibe on the eyelid. So this is what I'm going to use. Going to apply some like that. I'm going to do one eye at a time and then blend it out with my finger. This doesn't have as much of a base color as the shadow that Sarah used, but it does give a very similar shimmery, kind of golden bronzy vibe. All right, and that is all we do to the lids. I'm going to do my mascara now. I'm going to be using the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. I'm going to do this off camera because for me, doing my mascara takes a very long time, but this is what I will be using. I'm pretty sure she put mascara on her bottom lashes, but I am not going to because every mascara ever created smudges on me if I put it on my lower lashes, and I just don't want to have to deal with that, so I'm not going to. But if that is something that you like to do, then by all means, go ahead. Next, to finish off this look, we are going to go in with the lip, and I'm going to be using the same lipstick that I used for my blush today. So she did not wear her lipstick in the video at its fullest opacity, so I am not going to wear my lipstick in this video at its fullest opacity either. She kind of like dabbed it on, blended it out, and what I did is I just put some in the middle of my lips and then blended it out with my finger. So to finish off this look, again, I'm going to be using my Pacifica Coconut Essence Hydro Mist, which I am trying to use up, and I'm almost there. It has like maybe like 4 applications left in it, maybe 2 even. So this is the finished look. I am actually obsessed with the way that it turns out. I love how simple and glowy it is. I don't have an actual blush that is super orange like this, so I think that now that I know how this lipstick looks as a blush, if I ever need a really orange blush, I know where to go. And I honestly think I did a pretty good job of getting it to look pretty similar to Sarah's look. I'm just super happy with the way that it turned out. I think that if I were to ever do this look again, I might add my own little spin on it, but I genuinely think the only thing that I would change is maybe putting a little bit of the bronzer in my crease, which I could have done in this video, and that would have still stayed the same 5 product face, but I really wanted to get it as true and close to Sarah's look as I could. And I maybe still kind of up in the air, powder just a little bit. I don't know what Sarah's skin type is, but personally I have pretty oily skin and I don't like to look shiny right in here, so I think if I were to powder, I would literally just put a tiny bit right here. I think this concealer is emollient enough that if I did start to look a little bit too oily, I could literally just tap it in with my fingers. If I started to crease under my eyes, could just tap it out like this and it would look fine and be fine. So I'm really excited to see how this wears throughout the day, and thank you, Sarah, if you ever see this, for creating such a beautiful look and coming up with a beautiful idea. And I think that is it for this video. Don't forget that I will have everywhere you can find Sarah linked down below in the description box. I will also have resources for the Black Lives Matter movement linked down there too. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!